If only there were a lot of bugs late at night. I was gonna record earlier, but I just didn't. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons! Hey Rambler! I was walking around the other day thinking about nothing in particular when suddenly I thought of you. I'm not sure why. Not best in this quick note, just in case you felt like writing back. Up to your back. I kinda don't, man. I don't write to anybody. I'm really bad at writing letters. I feel like I should write more letters, but I just don't. Also, I should probably move some more in line with the webcam. That would also probably help. I have it at a nice angle. Like, it's got a nice angle to it. I can basically look at the screen and look basically at it. It's kind of nice. I don't know how well that's actually working out, but, you know. Oh, Snake's over here with Caroline. He's making friends with everybody. Snake came by to visit too, Peanut. Let's talk. So excited to be hosting some of my favorite neighbors here in my own home. What a rare treat. Peanut, am I overdoing it? We don't want to sound like I'm all desperate or something. No, you're fine. Hey, Caroline's place is pretty relaxing, huh, Colonel? Yeah, I mean, it is. Go for a little 3-on-3 basketball, Colonel. Between you, me, and Caroline, we've got a team. We should start practicing, Colonel. Who's got a ball? None of us do. I don't think. At least not basketball. Viva! Hey there, Night Flyer. How goes, girlfriend? What's the latest? What are you up to for the next 7 hours? Wanna hang out? Ah, just kidding, girlfriend. Today, actually, I need to, like, edit and get to bed kind of early. I've been waking up super late, and I need to fix that. And I know it's because I've been going to bed super late. Last night, I was going to get in bed on time. I was going to. I was all ready to go upstairs, put on coffee for my older sister, to be, you know, ready for her in the morning, and then go to bed. And then my oldest brother got talking, and it was like 2:30 in the morning before I got back downstairs. I could have just been like, hey, so I need to get to bed, but, you know. I'm too nice for my own good. I've been told this many times. But yeah. Funnily enough, the thing we were talking about was actually, in a lot of ways, relating to Final Fantasy XIV right now and the current, like, live letter that just happened. In which the main director of 14, Yoshida, basically said, people just need to play battle content more. That's his solution to the game getting better, is people just need to play the battle content more. Of which, I'm sitting there going, but why would I? There's a lot of optional battle content I could go and do with my free trial account even. But why would I? Like, there's a whole raid series that I could do for Heavensward. Why would I? I've outgrown the gear. I have zero interest in cosmetics. I have no interest in mounts. And all of the combat in that game is effectively the same. It's all the same thing. Over and over and over and over again. And at those lower levels, like, there's nothing for anybody, really. Like, because you only even start getting into flashy combos, which are still just the same rotation over and over again on the same 2.5 second global cooldown. You only really start getting into those at, like, level 80, 90. Like, combat before that is just dull. I mean, it is no exaggeration to say at level 60, my paladin, when fighting a single target, is pressing 1, waiting 2.5 seconds, pressing 2, waiting 2.5 seconds, pressing 3, waiting 2.5 seconds, pressing Control 1 twice, really quick, in between that final hit, and then the, pressing 1 again, but then basically starting all over, with occasionally mixing Control 2 and Control 3 in there, which are my off-global cooldown attacks. Usually they just get thrown in at the same time, because let's be honest, it doesn't matter when you do them. Which is something that, like, I feel like a lot of 14 players don't quite understand. Like, hello Flurry. Welcome Steven, glad you stopped by, Powder Puff. Wanna chat? I mean to ask you about the fossils I hear you dug up yesterday. Have you had them assessed yet? It'd be great if they turned out you found something rare. Oh, that would be great. Jeez, I always get so tired in Flurry's house. No. But like, it makes no functional difference if you were to do, say, press your 1 key, then one of your off-global cooldown attacks, then press your 2 key, and press another of them, then press your 3 key, and then press another, or just press all 3 within that 2.5 seconds, because they're all off-global cooldown, they all have no cast time, they'll all be done before you can press 1 to start your 1, 2, 3 again. There's no functional difference. You're dealing the same damage as you would deal doing them intertwined, only you're making it harder on yourself. Yeah, let's come see Muffy. May as well come see her. Sup, Steven? Welcome to my place. Let's chat. Been having these really weird dreams lately. Like I dreamed Caroline was running a million miles an hour, then she leaped into the sky. She never came down. I stood there smiling, cause wow. That is fair. She went into orbit. Like, that is pretty impressive. Like, I understand the thing of like, well, if your internet connection's bad, then you wouldn't be able to do all 3 skills if you even have 3 before the global cooldown's done, because there might be extra latency between your button presses. I'm gonna be completely honest though, if your internet is that bad, you're either on the wrong data center, or you really need to look into getting better internet rather than paying to play Final Fantasy XIV. You have bigger priorities you need to be focused on than playing Final Fantasy XIV if your internet is that bad these days. Like, let's be real, most places you can get basic, half gigabit fiber op for, around the same price as you used to pay for high speed. I don't want to buy this and place it down in my house. I'm gonna put it in my kitchen. Because I mean, that's what I need. I need protein. But you need to get off of your current internet plan, and even if it is, even if it costs you like $10 more, get that fiber out. Get that good internet. You'll thank me for telling you to do that rather than play 14. Because sure, you may not be able to afford 14 at that point if, you only had, your subscription fee extra each month. But now you can play other games a lot better. And there are better games than 14. Trust me, there are better games that exist. Like, there are so many other MMOs even that you could be playing that are free. I mean, you may not want to do something as action-y as Phantasy Star. I'd advise people to give Phantasy Star a try. It's really not as intimidating as it might look. Honestly, you can kind of derp your way through a lot of the content with relative ease. And that's not even due to power creep, it's just simply the game is well designed for you to solo things. Like, it's, Phantasy Star Online 2 is designed in such a way that soloing is not difficult, and neither is running with other people, but it's all roughly the same difficulty. Because enemies scale based on how many real players are in your party. So, you know, if you have a party of yourself and 3 NPCs, it's, you know, enemies are basically half their normal health. At 2 real players, they're at 75%. At 3 real players, they're at 100%. At 4, they're at 125. But that's the thing, like, they do, like... Oh boy, I could be a... Yeah, I can be a dork. No. Yeah, I'm good. Like, they scale. And they scale in a reasonable way. Make your usual rounds, Steven? Or is this a special visit? Not that you ever need a reason to visit your favorite hedgehog shopkeepers. No? No, I don't. Also, it is another heat wave, so if I'm glistening, that's why. I need to get a better lighting system for here. I feel like that might help with, like, my VTubing model and stuff. But, like... Brain, work with me here. Rhonda be thinking? Oh, Steven. Sorry, I was preoccupied. I like my life here. I've been thinking about moving away and starting a new life elsewhere. Why you and not Sereno? I'll let her go, though. Yeah, maybe it is time. Thanks for giving me the gentle push I needed. It'll make me sad to move away from you, but I'll be taking a step forward in a new direction. Aww. I shouldn't have encouraged her. She seems like she actually didn't want to move. This is the problem, though. I would have said no and then never let her leave. I need to let her go. She's been thinking about moving. I'll let her move. But, like, yeah, like, there's so many MMOs that you could play, like, Dungeons & Dragons Online. It's very, very similar to how Final Fantasy XIV plays, but is free, and has a lot more unique classes to it. EverQuest 2, same deal. Guess what? Making lunch all by myself! Isn't that amazing? Simon, it's 9 p.m. What are you making? So make it veggie sandwich. The best part? Make it all once you know the recipe. I know. Take the recipe, and we'll both be able to fill ourselves full of deliciousness. I mean, that does sound good. Not gonna lie, that does sound good. But I already know how to make it. But, like... expand your horizons, 14 players. Then maybe you'll understand why people who come into that game, having played other MMOs, aren't the biggest fan of it. Oh, it's Butterbean. Glad to see you. Let's talk. Sometimes nighttime can feel lonely, so I'm glad I ran into you. Aww. Hey Flick, I don't have any bugs yet. I'll catch some after I finish my daily routine stuff. Okay. Hey, I was just saying, were you? Hey there, my fabulous bestie. Let's talk. My schedule for today is packed. Well, today is packed. There's a monster movie on TV, video games to play, music class. Might just be an all-nighter. I kind of wish I was capable of pulling an all-nighter, especially with how freaking hot it is. Like, I'm gonna have to try to sleep, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to. But I need to be up, because, well, you guys know there was a stream earlier today. I need to be awake to do that. Admittedly, I have been thinking of trying to push my stream time a little further back, but... or possibly maybe even just start it a little earlier. But then I would end a bit earlier, because I don't think I could go much past, like, 5.5, 6 hours. Like, my voice is usually pretty dead by the time I'm done streaming. Especially if it's a day I end up rambling a lot. So I don't think I could go much longer than that. Not unless I started taking, like, breaks mid-stream kind of thing. to just go do something other than streaming and talking. Which is something I could in theory do, but... yeah. A lot to think about there. Let's come over to the museum. Need some water. I've been doing my best to stay hydrated. Man, is it freaking hot. We're having another heat wave. Almost the entirety of Nova Scotia is under, like, extreme drought conditions, which is not fun. But, yeah. I've gone through this twice today already. This is a 1 liter bottle. I don't know what that is in freedom units. I know I've already drank more than your recommended amount of water, but it's also recommended you drink more than that amount during a heat wave. So, you know, it's pretty fitting. I also need to eat some more today. I've not had a huge amount to eat. Yeah, I might, like... I really like the idea of keeping my streams to mostly MMO content. But I might, like, start mixing in a few other MMOs. Because I feel like that could be kind of fun. I mean, heck, another game to play, Riders of Icarus. I think I've made mention, like, I kind of want to start playing that game again, but I'm gonna basically just make a new account. I'm gonna play through my Steam instead of my old actual account. Just because, like, my actual account has too many memories of my ex tied to it. And I know I said earlier in this year I was gonna try and leave all that in last year. That was me being heavily optimistic about how fast I would heal. So I do apologize that I keep bringing her up, but, like, I've not healed, and I know I haven't. Like... I think if I did actually heal as fast as I thought I was going to, it'd be pretty accurate to call me pretty heartless. You know. Alright, what are the turnip prices, boys? 29, Jesus! Boys! That is so low! I hope there's a massive spike back the other way. Like, holy crap. I'm definitely gonna need to catch more of the morning prices. But yeah, like, that game's pretty cool. It doesn't have a very big player base, though. That is the thing. Now, to counteract that, every dungeon has a storyline difficulty, where the difficulty is balanced to where you can play through it solo, regardless of your class. It's actually possible, as I learned on with my other account, it's possible to play through a lot of that content as a cleric solo on higher difficulties, which is pretty nice, not gonna lie. It is definitely pretty nice to be able to do things that you probably shouldn't be able to just because you're a cleric. And that just comes down to you have more ability to heal yourself and you can still deal pretty good damage. So, you know. I've not actually played a huge amount of the other classes because, like, and this is just another thing of, like, I hate bringing her up so much, but I basically didn't play other classes because of my ex, because, like, it was basically a case of, when I would make mention of trying to play the other classes, she'd be like, oh, they're so garbage, you shouldn't play those. Because she was playing the tank. So it's like, yeah, of course she wants her boyfriend to be the healer. You know. And then it basically came down to me to, like, try to help her figure out how to use her skills with no knowledge of what they even are. It's like, I don't... You can read, can't you? I honestly, like, I do not envy anybody who ends up doing anything with her. Like, now that I've had sufficient break, basically, from dealing with how she is, it's like, And, like, that can be a bit charming in some people. But, like, those people also tend to have, like, something redeeming about them that they're really good at and can, like, tell you about. So that it's not just completely one way. Jeez, I need to get off this topic. I don't want to just sit here and, like, crap on my ex. Even though I kind of want to, but I shouldn't. Lord knows from what little birds have been telling me, she's done plenty of that about me. But, you know, I should be the bigger person. But, yeah, like, I might also do, like, D&D online. Or maybe even Neverwinter. Neverwinter could be fun. It's another D&D based MMO. It's like, if you like Dungeons & Dragons, there's literally Dungeons & Dragons Online and Neverwinter that you can play, and they are both in the D&D universe. So you will already know some things going in. You won't be going in, like, completely blind. Like, it's kind of nice. I also kind of want to play, like, MapleStory or something. There is a new character. I could play through a bit of MapleStory with that. The problem with MapleStory is, like, it's not the best streaming game. Because, like, there is a story, but most of the game is just mindless grinding for the sake of mindless grinding. MapleStory is number go per. That is MapleStory in a nutshell. So, like, and most of your character's own story will be finished up by, like, level 100. Levels go well above 255 these days. So, like, well, I don't think they go well above, but I'm pretty sure they go above 255. I think I saw something that, like, was level 280. So it's like, yeah. Not exactly the best stream game. I do have, like, a bunch of NX I could use, but Nexon does have another MMO. I've been kind of tempted to try it out. It's a game, ironically enough, that my oldest brother blames for his computer glitching out, which, honestly, I still completely doubt was the case. And I say that just simply because he has so many computer issues that it's almost inconceivable that it's because of the games he's playing, you know? Or even, like, hardware. It's like, he at one point had an issue with his audio drivers. And I think it's like Logitech audio drivers. You know, the things that you're probably using right now to listen to my content. Or to make the speakers or headphones you're wearing work to listen to my content. Those? He was having issues with those. I also know for a fact that he likes to go in and move things around within his Windows files. and mess with things that he really doesn't know what he's doing with. Like, here's an example. If you wanted to turn off Windows automatic updates for Windows 11, you basically go into the services and disable the Windows Update Repair tool and the Windows Updater. You need to disable them in that order, because if you just disable Windows Updater, then the repair tool will turn it back on before you get the repair tool turned off, basically. So you disable it first. You set them both so that they are manually opened, so you can still open them should you wish. If you set it to automatically off, that doesn't work. Like, you need to set it so that it's manual, or else Windows will fire up its service repair tool, which you do not want to turn off, to turn them back on. Because it's detecting offline services. I think I'm close enough. Yeah. So, like, you just want them to be in the situation where you can turn them back on, should you choose to. I personally wouldn't, but that's just me. Which basically means my computer, I don't need to worry about Windows recall. Ever. I've had updates turned off for a while now. Oh, this is actually a new bug that I haven't got yet. Rainbow Stag. This rainbow armor is so shiny. So I guess Blathers is gonna be upset. May as well go donate that now before I forget to. What he did was he went in and modified the programs themselves. He basically moved the Windows Update tool out of its location and then set that location to basically be read-only for the computer so it couldn't fix it, which almost certainly is what caused a lot of his problems. Because almost everything you do on your computer relies on Windows Update being able to be turned on. It doesn't need to actually turn on, but it needs to be able to be turned on. Eek, a rainbow stag. What a wretched thing. Alas, I'm obliged to ask. Would you like to learn more about this specimen? Yeah, please tell me. Ha, I see. In that case, rainbows are beautiful things. I'm sure we all agree. But rainbow stag beetles? Yes, these beetles' back and belly shine with a pretty rainbow-colored luster. But that does not change the fact this bug has large pincers on its face and loves to pick a fight. If one can wish upon a rainbow, then I wish to stay far away from the rainbow stag. Perhaps I've picked the wrong profession. Anywho, my sincere thanks for your donation. Bugs are the bane of my existence. Rest assured, this wretched thing will get the best care here. Jolly good. Please enjoy the rest of your visit. Thanks, man. Like, that's the kind of thing I'm doing IT work for, basically, while living here. And it's like, I can't help you. I just can't. Because the solution to that is to not mess with the files. Just turn the services to manual. It's not hard. And now all of you guys know how to do it if you know how to get to services. You can turn off Windows Update. Like, it's really not hard. I have doubled up my computer not being able to update by basically forcing it to stay on the version of Windows it's on via other commands, but that has nothing to do with messing with Windows' own files. That's just, I hate updates, I don't want to update. You know. And I know, I can hear the occasional person going, updates are important for security reasons. Yes, and if a security update for an actual vulnerability is released, I will update. But you can keep Windows Defender updated without that. Windows Defender is the only security I care about keeping up to date on Windows itself unless a major vulnerability is found. In which case, I will update to get that security fix, and then usually have to do a bit of damage control to turn off whatever Windows has added in the meantime. Like, it's very much one of those things where, like, outside of legitimate reasons to update, I don't like updating. It just wastes time and does nothing productive for me. Unless there is a legitimate security concern. I mean, like, there are some security concerns for various products where I'm sitting here going, that isn't a thing I need to be worried about. Like, there was a vulnerability in, I believe it was AMD CPUs a little while back, where somebody sitting at my computer would be able to basically write some code and have it injected into the, the microcode of the CPU, basically. But they needed to do that from, I think it was like, the command prompt before Windows is even open, which basically means you have to be, like, right at the computer. It was only a local vulnerability, which means it's of no concern of mine. I don't care. Like, yeah, that is a serious vulnerability for any, like, office computer, any publicly accessible computer, even a laptop. It's a, because laptops can easily be publicly accessible if you take them out of your home. So, like, yeah, that's all fine and good. But, like, I myself don't care. I don't need to care. My computer's fine. I'm pretty sure I have the BIOS update now. Anyway, actually, no, I don't. I have not touched my BIOS updates because there's instability issues claimed on later BIOS with the 9800X3D. So I've not actually updated my BIOS from the version I installed it at. Which was like the first version that could support the 9800X3D. So. But let's talk with Flick. Get these bugs sold. Yep, I remember you, Flick. Guy loves bugs and all their skittery chittery, sometimes glittery glory. I have to sneeze. Ah. I actually forget how long I was blowing my nose and sneezing yesterday, but it was actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But okay, we got a fair few bugs here. A few of them are pretty expensive, like the horned elephant, the scorpion. I think even the horned atlas is pretty pricey. But the mosquitoes are worth like nothing. Neither are moths. I'm pretty sure ants aren't either. 15,000 bells. Holy crap. Yeah, I was only about 40,000 bells off. Okay. I mean, I'll take it. I guess scorpions are worth a lot more than I thought they were. I mean, I suppose that makes sense. They are hard to catch, so. Let's see what else I've done. I've caught some bugs. 150 more miles. Heck yeah. 150 more miles, O'Brien's. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. I've done quite a bit of rambling. So with that, I'm going to pop a squat right here, right by the city center. As Diva's up there trying to catch a bug. And with that, she missed. Aw, poor girl. With that, I thank you all very much for watching and listening to me ramble on for like 34 minutes-ish. Hold on. Hold on. We got a gala. Whoops. What's up? Guess what? I've got something here for you, Butterbean. Alright, what we got? Some glasses of some kind. Thought maybe you could use some pixel shades. It's like my second pair of those, but thank you. right back to our ice cream. Now that's going to be it for this one. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here next time for more Animal Crossing New Horizons. See you all then! And now in this end card, I'd like to ask, if you liked the video, could you maybe hit the like button? And if you're not subscribed, could you maybe subscribe? It would help me out a lot. Thanks a bunch!